All right. What is up, everybody? Here we are. I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm just gonna wait a minute and see if anybody shows up. And while I wait, I'll pop this open real quick. And all right. What's up, Happy? Ben Hackett, what's up? Hopefully it's not too laggy. Nice. Playing some Overwatch. Overwatch is always good. I am getting some work done. I just did an interview about my game, and I'm getting some more game development done. Haven't streamed in forever, and figured I would do a little bit for some people, because I get asked sometimes. Pro Widow. No, I am a Pro Widow. Check out the videos I made. I made 2 videos. I made 2 videos. Oh, it's okay. I don't mind. I still didn't make it to Diamond this season, though. Didn't make it to Diamond. It's close. I was so close this season. I was 5 points away from Diamond, and now I'm going to go on the rest of my life with no Diamond this season, and that's going to be annoying, because last season I was Diamond. So that's annoying. It's because I kept playing with people like you. Just kidding. I can put you in timeout. That's awesome. I have the power to put you in timeout. I didn't realize that was an option on here. Jesus. Alright, let's see. I am going to... Should I show some of this stuff, or should I wait? Let's see. So what's up? I am working on some game development, the video game I'm working on. I was working on some cards earlier. These, I don't know if you saw them, but these are some of the color cards for the card game. They came out really nice. I've got a little bit of color issues to work on, but they turned out pretty good. So that's for the card game. I'm working on the video game now. I just did an interview for it, for this YouTuber guy. Nobody big, just a friend of mine. Did an interview for him. That was fun. do this? See. What's up, 420? How do you say your last name? It's Palladino. Palladino. Pro Genji? Pro Genji. I'm terrible with Genji. I don't know how you guys do it. Anybody who plays Genji has all the respect from me. I'm so bad with Genji. It's ridiculous. I wish I could be a cool cyborg ninja, but I can't, because I suck. I suck. I would play some Overwatch right now, but I have shitty internet, and if I played a game and tried to stream like I am now, I feel like it would lag out bad. And so I'm just not going to. I wish I could. That'd be fun. That'd be a good time. Yo, what's up? No, you're not late. You're fine. Just try it. No. Yes, we play with each other on Xbox. Gamer tag. Gamer tag. Tidcore 7. There's my gamer tag. So feel free to add me. If I don't accept you, I'm either not at my Xbox, or I'm busy, or somebody else is using it. I do have a few friends that will use my account on Overwatch to play quick play and stuff sometimes, and my Xbox is pretty much always on. Like if I'm doing work on like the video game or something, my Xbox is usually on in the background. Either I'm watching Netflix or I'm just, it's just on or whatever. So I'm not ignoring you if I'm ignoring you, if that makes sense. And let's see. Brick Boy, what's up, man? We haven't talked in forever. Hanzo's a good stuff. Swag. Nothing wrong with some swag. Some other hacking challenge. That is a great question, and I'm glad somebody actually asked a question during a Q&A. That's sweet. I'm just kidding. You guys are awesome. I'm just picking. So the hacking challenge. So yeah, I did the hacking test challenge thing, which blew up. It's my most popular video right now, which is crazy. I'm at 75,000 views, 80,000, I can't remember, somewhere up there. And a lot of people, I know you already know this, but I'm just explaining it for the rest of the viewers. I had a ton of people I had very huge mixed response, and I had some people say, and I don't know why my stream stopped. It just paused. Anyway, so people were mixed responsing that, and a lot of people thought I was stupid, or that the test is stupid or whatever, and there was a bunch of people that loved it, and a bunch of people have asked the same question. And there is another one I'd like to do, but I haven't had time to record much at all. As you've seen, I still owe my viewers an updated Xbox One collection, which I haven't done, obviously, and I haven't had time for that either. Game development's been taking up pretty much all my time, and school's been rough, which I might be leaving school because there's really no point in me being in it. It's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. So yeah, I would like to do a hacking challenge thingy. That'd be really cool, but it's not, I don't know how soon it'll be, but I would like to do it. I wouldn't even mind doing the hacker test one that I already did again, just to see if I can do it again, if that makes sense. But I will try and do one sometime soon. Let me go back up. I know I missed something. Are you getting Friday the 13th, the game? Yeah, I will probably get it. Will I do a video? I don't know. I've been doing some videos on Overwatch lately. I want to do some videos on other games. And like I just said, I still have to do a new Xbox One collection. And yeah, so like right here is just a stack of like more games that I got for my collection. Actually, Dark Souls 3 is in there, and I already had. And that's just up here on my desk. I've gotten so many more Xbox One games. I got to do a video on that for you guys, because I know I've been saying for months that I got to do an updated video. Man, I've got too much on my plate right now. Okay, what else? What else we got? Venomous Orange. Okay, cool. Yeah, add me on Xbox, and we'll hit it up. Dude, can I call you and talk a bit on your stream? Well, you could, but the problem is my stream health right now is awful, and I don't know what to do about it. I really need better internet. I hate this. I really hate this. Mr. Gimmick said, wow. I don't know why you're saying wow. I don't know if that's a good wow or a bad wow. Please tell me. Please tell me if that's a good or a bad wow. I'm hoping it's a good one, but we'll see. You never know. So I'm thinking I'm going to pop open the video chat here. Let me close some tabs. I don't want you to necessarily see. Oh, that's okay. I can minimize that. I'm going to show you some game development stuff here, if that's okay with you. I'll make this nice and big and turn this off and move this up. And I'm going to get this set up so I can show you a bit of the game. I'm not going to show you any gameplay or anything. Well, I mean, you'll see some gameplay. I just mean I'm not going to show you me playing the game. So uncheck that. Okay, I got that ready to go. Fidgy Spinny. Wu-Tang fan. When is the game you're working on coming out? Okay, sweet. So a question about the game. That's awesome. So the game I'm making, so I got two. I've got a card game on Kickstarter right now, and I have the video game, which I'm about to show you something here. It's a black and white 3D story-based game called Where We Live, I'm gonna show it, I promise. But it's a black and white story-based game about a boy and his dream to become a pianist, and it's sad, and there's choices, and the choices change so much in the game storyline wise. The storyline changes a ton based on these choices. One of the most important choices you'll make in the game is at like the very beginning of it. It's going to be released episodically. It's going to be released super cheap. I'm not out to make money on it. I want to tell the story. I want to show the game, and I really hope you guys like it. So let me pop this open and show you what the game looks like. There are no guns. It's a story-based game. Think of like Telltale. Let me actually, one second. Sorry, let me get this open here. I'm going to start out with what the main menu is going to look like. And this might not make sense to you right now, and that's okay. It will when you play. So, let me just... Oh, crap. Why is this here? I'm having troubles. There we go. I'm hoping the music doesn't overpower this. If you can hear the music. Alright, let me move my face. So right here is what the main menu is going to look like. There's going to be some changes. Let me just make sure you can actually see this. Okay. So in every main menu, there's going to be this scene here. This house is going to be different. These trees are going to be different. There's going to be grass and stuff here on the ground. There's a hot air balloon chilling. This is going to change, but this kind of gives you an idea of the style. Let me jump into another scene. That's the main menu for Chapter 1. And then Chapter 2. Don't save. This is Chapter 2. And again, things are going to change. This lighthouse light is going to turn slower. Stuff like that. But there's going to be buttons in here too, obviously, for getting to the main menu. And so, yeah, that's just kind of a basic idea of the style. This is nighttime, and the other scene was daytime. So let's jump in to an actual scene, and I'll move around. I'll show you what the school looks like. Alright, so right here, you're going to see a bunch of crap that doesn't make any sense. And so right here, I was working on proportions and character scaling. And so this is what the character looks like at age 5. The model isn't finished. It's not 100%. So this is him, as you can see over here on the left, age 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 18, and 21 plus. Now, I went for this character style where there's no mouths, there's no emotion really, or there's no, I'm sorry, there's emotion. I mean, there's no facial. It's just the eyes and ears, and it's just a unique style for characters, and the reason there's age 5, 8, 10, 13, like these weird numbers, is because these are key points broken out in the game at certain points that I needed character size reference for. And basically in the game, you start at age 5 and you go until he's dead, and it's his whole life. And so right over here, this little guy on the left, you start out as him. I'm sorry if it looks a little skippy. I'm running a bunch of programs here. I've got OBS going, and I'm streaming, and that's a lot of CPU power right there. And this is inside the school. I'm gonna have to actually jump out here and make sure we're still rolling okay here. Yeah, we're still good, right? What are you guys saying? Bring this back up. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to answer these questions, and then we'll go back into the game. No guns. There are no guns. How can gnats be garbage? I don't know. He made it omatic. No grass. There is grass. And the grass... I can show you what the grass looks like in a second. And... no emotions confirmed. Interact with chat. This game looks awesome. Alright, so... No, there's always that one guy that's funny, okay? No, so there are emotions. I just mean there's no mouth stuff. There is grass. Let me show you what that looks like. The reason there's no grass here is, like, I was doing some testing, and as you can see here, let me move. Ben, I can't talk to you right now. Please don't call me. That was harsh. That was like we're going through a breakup. I'm just getting a few things set up here for you. And let me jump back in here. Alright, thank you, Brickboy, for thinking this game looks awesome. I'm about to show you some more. Again, I can't show you too much, but let me pop this back open. I'll show you the game. Again. Alright, cool. And I did see your comment about any tips for starting YouTube and streaming. I'll get to that. Okay, so we're gonna jump back in here, and so this is in the engine, of course, which we were before. And the nice thing here is one of the things that's gonna save me and you guys a lot of power. Again, I'm sorry if it's skipping. I'm streaming, and OBS is ridiculously hardware like. It drains your hardware fast. But this is just a quick overview of the school. Made this parking lot with the road and all that good stuff. And then this is the age scaling you guys saw here. Right here, I'm going to zoom in. This is just an old prototype character you're going to see me running around as. This isn't a character in the game. This is just a template guy used for prototyping and playtesting and running around. I do have all the buttons have been, set up with an Xbox controller. They're ready for consoles. The controlling, not that that's very hard. I'm gonna hit play here. I'm gonna use the controller this time, and so again, I'm using this just template guy. This isn't the main character. This is just a character I can use to, show you. So, and of course, if I hold shift, he walks. Or if I press up on the joystick slower, he walks. And when I come in here, it's a fixed camera game. So wherever you go, you walk in, and the camera will change sometimes. There's going to be interacting things. Right in here is a classroom. Kindergarten room, so that's why the desks are tiny. Miss Brown's room. And we're just going to take a stroll. Let's go this way. I know there's some clipping, and that's all because of this prototype character, so ignore the ceiling right now. I'm sorry about that. And this character's huge compared to what this really will look like, so things got to be changed. But up here is just like a piano and a stage auditorium thing. Again, please do not take this. This character actually kind of ruins this whole test that I'm doing for you, this massive character. That was all for sizing that you saw outside. Maybe I should fix this and do another run through. It's not that important. So that's a science lab over there that you saw, and then up here's just more lockers, hallway. So one of the hardest things about making this game is the challenges of working in a 3D space with black and white. That is the hardest part. It's very hard to decide what should be white, what should be black. Now, as you can see in here, yeah, some of the locker doors are open. In here is the cafeteria. Again, sizing needs to be fixed still. This character is not correct at all by any means. This is the little kitchen for the cafeteria. And again, there's clipping with the camera because I didn't spend hardly any time working on the camera for a character that's not going to be in the game. So yeah, one of the biggest challenges is black and white. And so at nighttime, primarily what you're going to see is what you see now, where it's primarily black, and then the abstract is white, so it's going to be inverted, basically. And during the day, like you saw outside, it was mainly white with black. And this is going to be a lecture hall. There's no detail, but these are each levels, and they're each going to have desks facing this way with a chalkboard. And there's some work to do in this school still, of course. And then there's these stairs here. And then this just kind of goes back here to not a lot. If I can find the door. Yep, there's a door right up here that goes to the left. You guys are getting a super early sneak peek, by the way. These stairs, which look like shit right now. There's a little playground out here with a slide, some seesaws, stuff like that. And as you can see these clouds in the background. And in a 3D world, they actually look like they could be... in this 3D space, they look like they fit in. But that's actually 2D art. And I know it's probably obvious now. But and those are going to change too. There's some soccer goals here. Which again, sizing will be fixed. This is just like a field. that's all chain linked in. So I'm going to stop there with the school. And I'm going to show you what the grass looks like, because that is a good question. And then I'm going to jump back and look at the stream. I should have had a second screen open here. That was a giant mistake. I apologize. So the reason I took the grass out is because I put it in for testing. Let me see grass. Here's one of them. Let's make this white real quick. Just jump that in there and make this. I took it out because when you're working in an environment where you're going to have a lot of stuff going on, there's no point in having. Ooh, no, we do not want that much. When you're working in an environment like this where you're going to have a whole bunch of stuff, it's best to just take it out and put it in later. It's really not going to do much for me right at this point. Oops. 0.01. 0.5. Oops. 0.05. Alright, so basically, I'm very sloppily placing this down. Sloppily, I love that. That's not a word. Flower. So I've got a whole bunch of different types of grass and flowers that I put down at the same time, and it kind of combines into this really nice, like, I know it doesn't look like it now, but when you've got a whole bunch of it mixed together, it gives it this nice mixture of, like, green, not green, but like grassy and lushful and flowery stuff. So when it's all put together, oops, which will be soon, 1 second, I'm going to, let's see, nope, so there we go. Okay, back to where I need to be. I'll take this and we'll just put some of this down. I've got more than this. I got some black stuff, but when you have it all together, it comes together nicely. And of course, when I'm done, when the final product's here, of course it'll look a lot better. This isn't how it's gonna look. I think I make these black, and then take this and add a little bit of black grass in there. And this is a terrible example, but it gives you an idea of what some of the ground will look like. I know it's very basic. There's no wind or anything, and there's no interaction with the character yet because this is just a thrown-in character. But this is what some of the art will look like that you can imagine for like grass and weeds and flowers and stuff. And when it's all mixed together and you run through it, it'll be pressing against him, so it'll look like he's running through it, pressing it down in a way, like he's running through it. So it's not going to look like he's just running through it. When he runs through it, it'll be pushing away. There's also going to be some other awesome environmental effects. This moving circle thing in the upper left here, that's the sun. That's probably going to be changed as well. So hopefully that answered some of your questions on what the grass will look like. I know it's probably not the best, but I'm hoping that helps. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I've got a lot of stuff to go back and read. Hope it comes out soon. Let's see, this game looks awesome. I hope it comes out soon. What about I don't care about the grass. Get this to E3. Yeah, I wish. Better than Mighty Number 9. This game looks like it will be a great game. Brick Boy, kiss ass. Interactions with lockers. Run button confirms. Oh, so funny. Shut up. Meanie. Lecture hall. I'm not releasing the game yet because it isn't done. I'm very well aware that it's not done. Like I said, it's very early stages. Chapter 1, it's going to be released episodically. I'm sure I'm going to get a comment here from Friend Word about that. Go for it. But it's going to be episodically, but again, it's not going to be like ridiculously expensive or anything like that because I'm not an ass. But and I'm just going to remove this grass and flower stuff. And so that was just a very basic look at what the school looks like. There's one more thing I'd like to show you. Let me get it set up here, and it's the overall style of how this game works. Alright, so this I feel like you guys might like. Hopefully. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you do. Alright, let me just get this back here. Alright. This is ready to go. Alright, I'm going to minimize again so you can see. This game will be on Steam, Xbox One, PS4, PS Vita, and Switch, ideally. Starting on Steam for Mac, PC, and Linux, and then on Xbox One next, and then we'll see what happens there. GameCube, absolutely. Of course it's going to be on GameCube. I'm in talks with Sega for the Genesis as well, so we'll see what happens there. So I'm going to minimize myself here. We're going to go back down to the corner, to the trusty old corner here. And so as you can see, I moved him way back. We're very far away from the school, and I wanted to do this on purpose so you get an idea of what the style is for objects being drawn. The whole idea is that when you're far away, things look distorted, and as you walk towards them, you can see little lines going in, like little strokes, and it's supposed to give the effect that it's being like penciled in. So as we walk forward, everything will come in clearer and clearer. And you can see how the lines are like really big and thick in some places, and some you can't even see them, and they're moving in one direction like they're being drawn. And as we move closer, things get drawn in. Move over here a little bit so you can see those people. Obviously there isn't going to be a row of 7 people just standing there in the final game. That'd be funny if it was like that. I should just leave those forever. It'll be an Easter egg for everybody watching the stream. So you can see the road now. The line in the center, the lines on the outside, the sidewalk, it's all starting to come in. The parking lot, the roof, the chain link fence, and these the lights are coming in clear. The people are coming in clear now. So as you move closer to stuff, it all comes in clear. And then, you know, the school's there. So so there's that. Let me move him back forward. And then let's scale him down and jump back into here, and I'll do another run through of the school. Wow, he's really tiny now, but there won't be any clipping, and he moves a little faster. But I just want to scale him down real quick. So this is the kindergarten room, which I showed you earlier. I'm just going to do another run through real quick of the school, or part of the school. I don't want to go through the whole thing. And the locker interaction thing's funny because at some point there probably will have something to do with lockers. Here's the auditorium again with no clipping. You can see like these seats make a lot more sense for sizing. But yeah, don't worry about that stuff. But yeah, this is the room I couldn't show you before. He's really cruising around. Holy shit. I'm clipping there because I don't have the camera set up for this character. And the ceiling's all jacked up, but that'll be fixed. And there'll be kids and shit here to talk to and all that good stuff, so. Let's go back into the... I'm not going to go into the lecture hall again. And there's also a pool. There's a basketball court. There's all that good stuff. Alright, and then this is just the other side, the lecture hall, that goes over to another part of the school, which we're not going to. Save that for another stream. This big wall over here to the right is a room that hasn't been filled out yet. To the far right of that is where you get to like the basketball court and the pool and stuff. Those stairs need to be fixed. But yeah. So again, the playground is here, which is now monstrous compared to him. Swings, which he can walk through because I haven't set it up with this character. But yeah, so that's a better look, I guess, at what the game looks like. Let me jump back in here and see. Switch, yes. Liar, stroke me. Gotta go, talk to you later. Bye, loser. Ben, look behind you. What was that? What the fuck? Did the door move? They moved behind you. But okay. Okay, so yeah, so that's where the game's at this current state. And so let me tell you more about the game itself. So I know I keep showing you the school part, and that's probably kind of boring, and you probably want to see more, but I can't show you too much more. The game's all about choices, of course. We've all heard that story before about, oh, a game with choices and they change and all of this shit. But it does change the storyline a lot, and it will be episodic. Somebody asked earlier how long the game is going to be. Each chapter is going to be different. Chapter 1 is going to be probably about an hour, and or 2, maybe 2, but it depends on how much I add to the first chapter. The first chapter is a very specific part of the game, and it's a very specific I don't know how to explain it. It's very specific amount of time that needs to be done, and so that's why I can't tell you how long it'll be, because only so much can be in chapter 1 because of the way it's already laid out. I made a game, you guys probably, some of you might have seen it in another stream, called A Life Story, and that was the first version of this game, and that was all reworked. That was in an RPG Maker engine, and it was really shitty compared to this, and it was story based just like this, same story, all that good stuff, and all the content from that is in this, and the stuff that's in that is very important. So that's why chapter 1 is going to be a very specific time frame, in a period of time, and can't be too much longer and too much shorter. Let's see what you guys are saying. Something behind me? I don't know what it'd be, but the game like Billy Joel, Piano Man. No, but the piano music is great. So there's that. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that, but music takes a big role. It's a big part of the game is music, because the dream is to become a pianist, and so yeah. I hope that answers that question. I know I kind of danced around that one, but the next thing I wouldn't mind talking about is the card game that I'm making. That I made, I guess, is probably the better term. Let me reset this. just get this stuff back together. Set that there. Save. Quit out of here. In your dream. What is my favorite music? So I listen to. I'm not very picky with music choices or what I listen to. There's some stuff I don't like. Like I'm not a big fan of country at all, but and stuff like that. But I my favorite genre is alternative and punk rock stuff. And yeah. So does that answer my question? What's your favorite type of music? Ha! And turn this back around on you. So the game I made is oops. Let me actually do this real quick. I'm going to add the social links to the video game. And you guys can check out the social links to the game if you'd like, if you don't mind. Thank you if you do. There's some screenshots and other info there you can check out. That'd be awesomely helpful. So what I'm talking about next is, I mean, unless you guys got a question about the video game, shoot. I'm just going to move on to the card game now. I'm going to pick out some good cards here. So F-Life, a card game about adulthood, is a card game. It's a dark humor party card game about life. And is dark humor party card game where anything can happen. You get a job, you get an education, you die, you can get an STD like herpes. Anything can really happen in this game. So you can get herpes. You can buy a shack. You can buy a car. So oh yeah, here we go. Car box, which is a TV. You can buy TV. Canoe, air conditioner, all sorts of good stuff. You know, so good times. So it's a comedy game. It's not a trading card game. So basically these are the new graveyard deck here, which all have the same photo on them. These also have the same photo on them. These are the bond cards, which all have the same photo on them as well. The way these work is you draw one, and when you're instructed, you turn it over, and you cash the amount. So this one, if I had a card, if it told me to draw a bond card, I would draw it, keep it face down, and then if I drew a card that said cash a bond card, I'd flip it and say gain $10,000. So I'd get 10,000, discard this, and move on. So that's those. The graveyard deck is cool. You use this after you're out of the game. So when you die, you can still screw over everybody else that's still here. If I'm age 72 and I drew a card that killed me and I'm out of the game, well, that sucks. So instead of sitting around waiting, I take every turn and I draw a graveyard card, and these let me screw over the other people still. So like for this one, plus 5 years to any player, I can be like, hey, Bob Thornton, 5 years of age to you. I don't know why Bob Thornton, but it sounded good at the time. Now I'm realizing it was a huge mistake saying that. It's a lame stream. But anyway, so basically in the game, you get an education, you get a job, and you take turns, and it's funny, and it's dark, and if you like games like Cards Against Humanity, you're going to really like it. If you like What Do You Meme and Exploding Kittens and that kind of game, you're really going to like this. So that's on Kickstarter right now. I'm going to throw the link in the chat, so you can check that out. The Kickstarter kind of hit a halt and is only got like 10 days left, and I'm not near the goal. I'm probably gonna have to relaunch, but that's because it was partway through this project. It was partway through this campaign already that I decided to go full color. So it was probably through that I decided to go full color. So I lost a whole bunch of times where, oops. I'm sorry. Okay, so I was already partway through the campaign when I lost all that time of showing the black and white, and then I was like a last minute decision to go color, and now I'm already almost through, and I feel like if I relaunch with full color the whole time, I'll have much better chance of like getting backed, getting looked at, getting people's interest. So I'm probably going to be relaunching again unless a miracle happens. But the reason the goal is 16,000, I might be able to kick that down 1,000 or two. I'd have to go back through some numbers for the relaunch, but minimum order for this game is really big because the game is pretty big. It's 350 cards plus pencils, forms, instruction booklet. It's going to come in a fancy magnetic closing box. It's going to be really nice. And I want a high quality product, and because of that, the minimum order is pretty high, which means I have to ask for a pretty large goal, which it shouldn't be too hard to hit, especially with this whole new relaunched look. And so I think if I relaunch, I've got a better shot, and I think I'll do okay. If you guys are wondering about the video game, that is going to have a Kickstarter as well, but it's going to be a super low goal of like $1,000 or $2,000. I have to figure out the money that I'll have to figure out the money that I'll need. I'm not looking to make money on the video game. That's just a story I want to tell, and the money that I need from the Kickstarters to pay my programmer that I hire once in a while to do the stuff I can't. I need a new keyboard so I can make music through MIDI rather than using my laptop keyboard as a keyboard, and stuff like that. So yeah. Alright, you guys, let's see, can I call you? No, you can't call me right now. I told you this earlier. I love Exploding Kittens. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Fire. What's fire? I don't know. Are you angry at me? Are you on fire? Am I on fire? Is this game on fire? Is that how cool it is? No, I'm just kidding. I am busy currently and always. I'm always busy. I'm always working on something. And I'm too busy to usually make a video for YouTube. So I'm glad I'm sitting down and streaming right now. So I'm sorry, Mr. Gimmick. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm glad you like Exploding Kittens too. I've got a copy right here, actually. I've only played it a few times. It's fun. But Jen, hey Jen, I forgot you messaged me up here when I was talking forever like a crazy person. Thank you for the compliments and thank you for the photo. That was sweet. I appreciate it. Trying to find what else can I show you that I'm working on. Basketball in the hoop. I'm confused by these emojis, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Help me out. I'm glad I've actually had some people hang out and send messages. I've had a lot of messages this time. Probably because I'm not distracted getting killed in Overwatch or something. That's probably why. Kids use them. I know. Oh, that's funny. You dick. I'm just kidding. I'm hip. I bet you are. I bet you are very hip. Alright, let me show you what I use for the cards. At least trying to stay hip. Same here, brother. Same here. Alright, so I use a program for my cards I'm a very organized person, and I wanted to show you this because I've had a lot of people ask me how I stay organized with all the different projects that I work on. I have 4 video games and the card game, and then YouTube and voice acting and all that stuff that I handle at once. And I wanted to show how I stay organized. And one of those ways, I have an encrypted database for the cards. And I'm not going to scroll because I don't want you to see them all. I'm actually going to minimize that. Actually, no, it's fine. I'll just leave that there and do that. Get that out of the way. And so I keep all my cards here. They're sorted by deck type here. Backstory. Bond cards are here. The images haven't been brought in. These are what the cards used to look like. So I keep my cards organized here. I'm not going to show you too much, but and then I have a little ticker that says that I drew the image for the card and card result, which is I have notes in case I need to change anything, and then the result points to this line here, and then this description is right here, backstory, card type, and then the title is up here. And then what makes this really easy is I can jump over here to the search bar and I can say, hey, maybe I'm looking for the Hick card. So I go here and click search, Hick, boom, there it is. Hick, Don't Words Good is the description, drawing, images drawn, all that stuff. So this database, the way I have it set up, it makes it really easy for me to jump in and make changes. I can search description or result. Maybe I need to search all the cards that say plus 2 years of age and just see how many cards there are that add 2 years of age. And so yeah, you can see that it shows everything with that. And so that is one way that I stay really busy with making the card game. I did have a few people ask me, how do I keep track of 350 cards? So that, I hope that answered some questions to some people. Palestine or Israel? I don't really know what you're asking me. I actually have a friend from both places. Friends from both places, actually, which is cool. I went to school with a guy from Palestine. He was an awesome drummer. His name's Omar. He was really cool. Let's see. You like Exploding Kittens too? I am listening to you. Kick ass. Brick Boy V2. What? Ben, ignore. I don't ignore you, man. Just gonna empty my trash. I emptied my trash. See, I did something today. I emptied my trash. So I don't really have anything else to show you. I'm gonna hang out till we get to the 60-minute mark. I'm gonna chill for a few minutes and talk and ask me some questions. It's always fun. I'm gonna stop it at the 60-minute mark. Manga? Do I like manga? No, I don't. I just don't read it. It's not that I have anything against it. I just have never read it. I haven't read or watched a lot of anime or anything like that. The only anime movie I've seen that I really liked was Spirited Away, but I feel like that's just a giant cliche. Everyone likes that movie. But manga, no. Anime, don't really watch that. Wrestling, I have a few friends that are really into it. I don't watch it. I play the games with them sometimes. Those are fun. But no, I'm not really into wrestling either. Those were like probably the two worst things to pick. to talk to me about. I don't hate either one. I just, yeah, it's a very good movie. Very, very good movie. And I just feel like whenever I tell someone that, it's like just a giant cliche, because I haven't met anybody that doesn't like that movie, except for my brother. He doesn't. But oh, and I guess I watched Pokemon when I was a kid, so I guess that's technically anime, but it's Pokemon. So like, again, that's, it's not like I'm one of these people that watches like Attack on Titan or anything like that. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. Have I read Karl Marx? I did in school. You're really getting all political on me, aren't you? Political and historical. Fave RPG. Well, that's tough. My favorite turn-based, if we're talking Final Fantasy turn-based, like, you know, with turns, not this weird, stupid hack and slash crap they're going with now, it would probably have to be Final Fantasy 9 or Tactics. Action RPG. I love the Dark Souls series, and they're just amazing. But if I had to sit down and really think about the RPG I've played the most amount of time in my entire life, or one that I could just always play, it'd probably be Diablo 2 with the expansion. I can't tell you how many times I've played that all the way through with my brother and I. That was our life. We grew up in Vermont. We didn't have internet, didn't have cell phones, because it was back when like cell phones weren't really a huge thing. But there was like no internet or cell service around anyway. We only had dial-up, so the only thing we did is we each had our own computer and we'd hook them Ethernet. So having games like Diablo was awesome, because we would just play that a ton, and so that's definitely another one of them. I love Dark Souls. Diablo 2 is great. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot, but then it got ridiculously complicated and really easy. Now it's just a giant grind fest. It used to be, a lot of people judge me when I say that I used to play it a lot, but I played it back in the vanilla days, back before everything got crazy. And it actually was much better, because it was difficult. Like, there was an actual challenge. It wasn't just like grind until you level up. But probably one of the old Final Fantasies probably takes the cake. Fidget spinner. Are you a bad guy or a good guy? Depends on who you ask. I try to be a good guy. When I was growing up, I was a bad guy. In a video game, I usually pick the bad guy. Tell us about the expansion card packs you have in the works for F-Life. Ooh, fancy question. Let me pull up my old notepad here and let me tell you about some of them. Let's see. Expansions. All right. So I'm talking about the one you probably already know about. The Creators and Backers expansion is a 10-card expansion pack on Kickstarter for everybody. Yes, I do love Final Fantasy 7 too, as well. 7, 8, 9, and Tactics are like my favorite. And but the expansions, so there's the Creators and Backers, which is the free 10-card pack. It's no big deal. It's just it's just a free pack for everybody. So, but some of the ones coming in the future, there's one called Offensive and Illegal, and that is a like a 30-card pack, or 25. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but so that one, I'm sorry, I totally just lost my train of thought there. Creators and Backers expansion is the free one, and then Offensive and Illegal is like a 25 to 30 card pack that is just a bunch of crazy dark offensive cards that are like extremely bad. Like, I could get sued bad, but when you buy them, you're gonna have to check like a terms and conditions box. But and then there's gonna be a pack. There's going to be the Graduate School and Extreme Jobs expansion, which adds Graduate School as the 4th and final level of education, which is already pre-marked on the mistakes I made forms, so you don't have to worry about replacing your old forms or anything like that. So that's going to be the first major expansion. And then I'm also working on this is kind of an exclusive to this stream, but there's going to be a jail and prison expansion pack where you can get arrested and go to jail. and or prison or whatever. And so yeah, that's cool. And I've got a bunch of others, so I've got a whole bunch of expansions for that. And Final Fantasy VII is very good game. I really liked. A lot of people didn't like number 8. I loved number 8. So many people hate 8. I don't. It makes me sad because I love 8. 8 was cool. It's not the best of those 3, but it was definitely a good era. Number 6 was really good as well, but I never really played it. But no, why? There's always that one guy that brings up political stuff. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Yeah. Anyway, don't call the dark illegal. That's fucking hilarious, though. It had a bad battle system. I agree. I also didn't like how the story was weaker, and the it was interesting. You could rename summons and stuff. It was a very different battle system, and the story wasn't as great. But for some reason, I've always liked it a lot. I always liked number 8 a lot. But yeah, I agree. Persona. I actually have never played Persona. I have a few friends that love it. I know a few people that don't like it either. But I don't. I don't think I've ever played one at all. Dragon Quest. I played an old Dragon Quest back. Was one of the Game Boys? Game Boy Advance, I think. Advance or SP. I mean, either it worked on both. I just mean that's the console I played it on. But I did play one back then, and it was really fun. I haven't played the new ones for PS4 or anything like that. I haven't really played one a lot, but I think I played one on Game Boy back in the day. I had a friend that was into it. I'm pretty sure it was on Game Boy. Ben, you're a real stand-up guy. Well, thank you, I think. Friend word Z. You would let them die, Ben? We're all gonna die someday. I wouldn't let them die, but hey, I'm just avoiding the topic. There's nothing I can do to bring them back, right? So nobody should die. I'm kidding. Everyone should. Everyone should die, including me. They were murdered, Ben. I know. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Stop pinning it on me like it's my fault. I would recommend Persona 5. Yeah, I'll check it out. I've heard really good things, and I've been looking for a PS4 game to get. I'm thinking about getting Kingdom Hearts. That's another RPG. I forgot to mention that I love Kingdom Hearts. Just 1 and 2. The other ones are weird. The weird off games and prequels and side sequels and whatever the hell. I don't even understand the series, but I do want to play number 1 and 2 again. Number 3, I don't even care about getting number 3 anymore after the 10 plus years of game development. Your apathy allows this to happen. Yeah, probably. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I will take the blame. It's fine. I don't have anyone to impress anyway. I'll die alone just like they did. Wow, that's fucked up. Yikes. I don't know if they died alone. That's kind of messed up. That's very messed up. I'm a terrible person. I am super excited for Crash Bandicoot next month, though. Who else? Anybody? 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 Crash Bandicoot Remaster? I couldn't be more excited. This is why I own both consoles, because there's always something really good on both. Very distasteful. I'm sorry. See, this is why I don't have friends, because I'm an ass, and I don't even mean to all the time. Most of the time I mean to, but that time I didn't, I promise. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot's going to be incredible. Kinda. No. Kinda what? What's on Xbox One? Lots. When Xbox One came out, sounds like everything is your fault tonight, Ben. Can I blame you for some stuff too? Sure thing. I know you've got a lot on your plate right now. I'll take some of it. Other than a paperweight. Well, the Xbox One is actually my favorite console. I know, you can judge me, it's fine, but hey, I do have a PS4, it's right here. Hey, I even went out of my way and got a special controller for PS4, so you can't be too mad at me, right? I play both. I have a Switch right here, too. My Switch is in here. It's in mobile mode, of course, because it's not a real fucking console, and anybody who says it is lying to themselves. It's just a handheld with an HDMI out dock. But anyway, I'm not going to get onto that subject right now, but Xbox One, I've always preferred the controller. Two, it's super easy to develop for. Like I already have multiple dev kits and I didn't have to pay for them, so they care, which is nice. Nintendo doesn't give a shit. Nintendo does not give a shit about their customers, and I think that's what I hate the most about them. PlayStation 4 is kind of in the middle. They're not easy to develop for, but they don't hate you either. Like Nintendo fucking is a pain in the ass. There's a lot of exclusives on Xbox One that I like. Xbox One's controller is incredible. Yeah, it is really good, just like you just said. Like if I honestly, the console wouldn't matter. It's honestly the controller thing, I think. They're putting gays in camps in China. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. I should just go bury myself alive. It's all my fault. That's fine. At least I'll be known for something, right? That's so messed up. Shit. Xbox One has a lot of exclusives I really like. I'm a big fan of the Dead Rising series, and I'm a big fan of. I used to be a really big fan of Gears. I'm not a huge fan of Gears 4. I'm not a huge Halo fan though, which surprises a lot of people because I love Xbox so much. I'm not a huge Halo fan. But honestly, it's a preference thing, and I love the backwards compatibility thing. PlayStation, I don't know what the fuck they did with the whole renting games thing. I think that's really stupid. The Switch controller, I like the Pro controller. The Pro controller's good. The Joy-Cons are okay. When they're attached to the screen, it's totally fine. The Switch in mobile mode is great. I got nothing against that. When you're using them wirelessly, the left Joy-Con problem that everyone's having kind of sucks. Oh yeah, I'll show you my Switch because it's right here. If you guys have a Switch, have you been playing Mario Kart? Because it's awesome. So this is my Switch. Now, I'm not a Zelda fan at all, so getting a Switch was pointless for me. The game I had the most fun with was Bomberman, and nobody liked Bomberman because it cost so much. But this is my Switch. I got the Zelda skin because I wanted something that would protect it, and this was the only skin available. This was the only Nintendo official skin that was available. There's a screen protector on it too, and I like to take care of my stuff very carefully, so I got this skin just because I wanted to make sure that it was protected. I like to take care of my stuff, especially if it has a screen on it. Like I've got my phone on lockdown. I've got this case on it. It actually has a broken corner, so I got a new case. But everything that has a screen that I'm holding and touching, I have a skin on. pretty much everything I can get a case for, I do, except for consoles. Like the Xbox, I don't have a skin on it. I probably should have gotten one because I have the old Day 1 edition and it's all scratched up and stuff. And my PS4 doesn't have anything on it. But handhelds always is like a must for me. 3 people were murdered by white supremacists this week, Ben. I like how you keep saying this and then putting my name at the end of it. That's great. And yes, those 3 people were actually me, though. I was the white supremacist. PewDiePie helped me. Just kidding. I'm going to start more shit with him and everyone calling him a Nazi or whatever. God, that shit's so stupid. It is indeed awesome, and I did. Sweet, yeah. The cool thing about Mario Kart on the Switch is... the cool thing about Mario Kart on the Switch is I never played it on the Wii, so I never played it on the Wii U, so it was like all new for me. Jen, what made you go full color on F-Life cards? Because I wasn't done talking about F-Life. I'm not done either. I'm just here rolling with the punches. So the reason I went with it is I don't know if you saw it on the... If you look on the campaign, I'm sure you did. You've been there 100 times. But there's the evolution of cards. And for a while I had it at the black and white. Actually, I forgot you can see my computer if I zoom out here. So let me just load this up real quick. I wasn't going to go full color. It was literally a last minute decision. I posted my card game on a board game group on Facebook, and I had a couple of people ridicule me, saying that it just was too white and empty and everything like that. And and so when I was thinking about it, I don't take criticism well, not always anyway, and when I do take negative criticism, I overthink it a lot, and it's not healthy, but I do. And let me try. I'm trying to open this up. And so he brought up the whole color thing, and he was like, it's just, you know, he didn't say it looked bad. It's just the way they were saying things, it could look better. And I just decided, hey, I'm going to open it up and play around. And I played around, and it turned out awesome. So I just did. And I'm going to show you right here. Let me just minimize this. Move me here. Alright, so take a look at this card here. And as you can see, let me get this out of here. You can see this right here. This is the first original concept drawing of any card ever. And this was just a random quick sketch of a card. You can see I just outlined a playing card and then tried to figure out what it was going to be. And I just picked the air conditioner card. And this was obviously way too plain. Right here, it's on... I just used a mailing label and pasted it on... Just stuck it on a playing card, and I didn't like the emptiness here at all. And when I filled it in with text and made the text nice and big and added this line in this description text, it filled it out a lot better, rather than having this huge block of white. And I was like, okay, this is fine. And then I was like, on some of these cards there was a lot more white space there, and I was like, I'm going to do drawings for each one. So I just did a drawing. This is now digital. This is a scan. This is the scan of a drawing, scan of the playing card, scan of the first prototype card, and then this is a digital version with the cloud drawing. And this is what you saw in the very beginning of the campaign. This is the card that was published. And I was playing around with this card, and I threw color in the background, made the photo big, restricted some things, added this white background underneath the 2000, and it made it so much more professional looking, and it just looks amazing compared to this. Like, look at the difference. The difference there is incredible. And once I did one, I almost went, well, fuck, that sucks, because the cards look like shit. Once I had a color card that looked like this, all the other ones looked like shit, and I was like, you know what, I'm never going to be happy with myself if I don't do it. So I went full color, and this is, you know, one of the cards that I came up with, and right here you can see the evolution of cards. So this was the original mock-up, playtesting card, prototype 1, prototype 2, which was on the Kickstarter, and then this is the final. And for those of you guys who don't know, the reason the drawings are kind of like this shitty type of art is because they're like that on purpose. That was another thing I got kind of ridiculed for, was the shitty art. But once I explained that it was done on purpose, they understood. These were just very critical people. But like, this is another good example. Hick. This card wouldn't look as cool if it wasn't in color, because I was able to make him bigger, extend his body, make his head bigger, and it was just a massive, big, huge change. And once I did one color card, I was like, fuck it, I gotta do them all. If I don't do them all, it's a nightmare, and I'm gonna just always hate it. I'm always gonna hate myself for not doing it. And I already have over 100 cards colored, and I mean, granted, a bunch of those are the bond cards, which you know, is a bunch of them. Right here is 40, so that's 40 cards that are already done, but they all are the same image, but it's still progress. So Palestinian has a 99.9% chance of being imprisoned once. Good to know. Thank you for the compliments. What about that drawing's good, right? Okay, the hand clapping. All right, sweet. Thank you. I'll show you some more cards. You seem to be enjoying it. I know I've got them right here. These right here are the first run of prototype cards. These weren't going to. These I just got in the mail the other day. This one turned out really well. Some of them, let me find a good example. I've got to work on this one, for example. This is a good example. Sold Mother's Pain Meds. I know it's hard to see because I got a light right on it, but it's hard to tell with extra brightness. But when you look at it in person, it's really dark. So I gotta figure out exactly the right background colors, and I'm also playing around with making the top text white and then keep it this black, just to make it easier, because on the back it's white. I don't know, so I'm playing with it still, but that's the first prototype round. So if I have to relaunch, I feel like I'll have a better shot, hopefully. Court proceedings are in Hebrew. That is good to know. If I ever become a Palestinian and I get arrested, 1 in 3 men will be imprisoned, Ben. Jesus. More hands. I like the hands. The hand clapping's nice. Reminds me of that song, Hand Clap. This is always a good card. Bribing children. It's one of the retirement cards. When you enter retirement, you can bribe children with candy. It's a good time, right? Gives you an idea of the dark humor sense. You can also be a prostitute in the game. You can be a prostitute. That's always fun. So this is another good one. Fast food slave. It's one of my favorites. Just the drawing. I like the drawing a lot. Has nothing to do with McDonald's, by the way. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Very dark. Oh, you think that's very dark. Yikes. Didn't even see it coming. It's a good one. Sex addict. That's one of the backstories you can get. Backstory is drawn in the beginning of the game, and basically, if you get sex addict, you start with 2 kids and 3 street smarts. So stuff like that. So this whole stack This is all of the cards I have colored so far. And this isn't even half the game. It's about a third. So it's going to come in a box like this. And there's going to be extra room for expansions too. So I'm not going to be that douchey company that sells a box for expansions. Sex workers are abused and have little rights, Ben. Alright. There's nothing to laugh at, Ben. Yes, there is. Maybe. Not. King of Fighters fan. King of Fighters. No. I never played it. I'm sorry. Wow, I cannot speak right now. No. I'll just straight up no. I always played, let's see, my first fighting game that I played religiously was Soul Blade on PS1. Played that a lot. Well, you guys are both gonna hate me. Because I only know Jay-Z. I know. You both hate me now. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At least I don't know his songs. I've probably heard some though. I know he's really popular, but yeah, see, that's what I always say. Soul Blade was amazing, and then Soul Calibur happened. Before Soul Blade, it was called Soul Edge. Do you remember that? I used to have an arcade machine called for Soul Edge, and it was so cool. I wish I didn't get rid of it. That was so stupid that I did. Ugh, I can't believe I did that. Oh yeah, and somebody forever ago said nice Funko Pops. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a big collection of them. Yeah, the arcade, yeah. I used to have the arcade and it was awesome. The Pixies, yes. Absolutely, like the Pixies. I really like the song Where's Your Mind, of course. My favorite movie is Fight Club. So they play that at the end, and it's such a good song. Love that song. And Yeah. But yeah, Where's My Mind is probably my favorite song by them. But that's probably kind of cliche. So I know a lot of people like that one, but if it's a good song, it's a good song. What can I say? Oh yeah, I just realized I'm like 26 minutes over when I said I was going to leave. So I'm going to leave here in a minute. So if you have any final questions, let me know. the the Muffs. No, I haven't heard music from the Muffs in forever. Twisted Metal fan, yes. Some of them. I haven't played like every single one, but yeah, some of them are really good. The one on PS3 was sweet because it was like that remake, Twisted Metal Black, I think. That one's really good. The other ones on PS2 were really good. And I played one on Vita that I really loved. Or not Vita, on PSP that I really loved. I think I still have it. Maybe that was Black. I can't remember. But it was really good. But what? Ben, are you a cuck? What? Yes, Head On. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it was called. That was really good, if I remember right. So I had a friend with a PSP so we could play together. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hate to cut this short, but I do have a lot of stuff I gotta get done, and I will stream again soon. Now that I know my internet can handle just doing these one-on-one streams, it makes it a lot easier. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. Like me on Facebook. That's my Twitter handle. If you want to follow me, make sure you do that. And then you can know when I stream next. And I'm going to head out now. So, yeah. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, you can hit me up on Twitter or leave comments on this video after it posts. Sure, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Here we go. Let me open up Twitter. Okay. Oh yeah, question. Are you a subscriber or did you just come across this? Because that'd be really funny if you just came across it. I followed you. What the hell, man? Your likes are like literally everything you were just saying to me. That's funny. Cool. I figured you were a sub because like a small stream like mine doesn't really get seen by much. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. And yes, I know he's a devil worshiper. It's fine. I'll follow him anyway. All right, guys. So thank you again for hanging out. And yeah, I guess I will just end this. And yeah, so goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. I never know how to end these. It's so weird. But anyways, see ya.